Hi everyone, and welcome to another edition of Coffee with Father James. I'm Father James, and this is my coffee. Well, we are 2 weeks away from the beginning of Lent. Say it's not so, I know, it's crazy. Things just happen so quickly. Ash Wednesday is on February the 17th. We're working on the Mass schedule. We will announce it next week. It's going to be 3 Masses, we know that much. And one of them, the 9 a.m. will be at St. Peter's location, one will be at St. Anthony's location, and a second at St. Peter's. So we're working on the Mass times. We will let you know about it. Because our Masses on the weekend, just this past weekend, we hit the 300 mark, especially so we're okay for Sundays right now. We don't have to register for now. We're at 3/4 mark on average. But for Ash Wednesday, we figure we're probably going to have more demand, so we will be registering. So registration will open up on the parish website on February the 10th for registration for the 3 Masses, just to let you know. We did say something last week about the unique way that we will be distributing ashes by sprinkling on the head. And the other thing is we are working on takeaway kits, so probably little baggies with a little bit of ash, and you can get your ash in church and take some home with you as well. And we're going to give you a little prayer leaflet so that you can pray with your family and distribute and minister ashes to one another as well. Thanks to everyone who brought in dried up palm branches. We got quite a bit, I think enough to make all the ashes we need. And we have another weekend, this coming weekend. If you've got more, please bring them along so they can be recycled. I just want to remind you as we prepare to head into Lent. So we've got Ash Wednesday, then the first Sunday of Lent, and then the following Friday, we did speak a few weeks ago of a Lenten workshop that we wanted to do. And Father Rob and I have been meeting on this and planning it. And we're going to have on the Friday nights of Lent, so starting on the Friday night after the first Sunday of Lent, all the way through until finishing on the evening of Palm Sunday. So it's going to be 5 evenings. And what we're doing is really exciting. We've gone through the readings and we've looked at an overall theme called Renewing the Covenant. That's the overall theme of the readings. And we're going to connect up the Sunday readings and the Sunday homily with the workshop. And we're going to be tying in the theme of each week in the scriptures to a particular experience of prayer. And here's what we want to do. We want to offer this workshop on prayer, so introductory prayer, so we can go deeper in our prayer lives. And it's going to be, the sessions will be hosted by myself and Father Rob. There'll be some teaching and reflection, and then some time to experience the prayer that we're talking about. We're going to have an opportunity to do this in person in the church. We can, of course, have 100 people. And because of the live stream system that we set up, we can also do it on Zoom. So we can have both 100 people in person and we can have 400 people on Zoom. So we're really excited about this, more information to follow, but we think this is going to be a great opportunity for our parish to come together 1.5 hours a week, so 7 to 8:30 on Friday nights of Lent. Remember Friday, day of prayer and fasting and all that stuff. So it's a good night to do this during Lent. After Lent, on Easter, we've been meeting with a core team to begin to plan our Alpha Taster, and we've set dates. We'll give you more information about that as time goes on. But I just want to remind you about my homily from a few weeks ago, that this experience of Alpha is not going to be real Alpha, because we're not actually going out and inviting people on the outside who are not churchgoers or not believers. We're doing this in a sense as a kind of a training event for ourselves. So it's going to be it's going to be kind of like the same format, but it will be essentially different because it's not going to be for people on the outside. So I'm telling you this because a number of people, and it was wonderful, are like, Father James, I've already got 4 people who don't go to church that I'm going to invite. And it's like, that is fantastic. But actually, that's for September. Let's hold off. Wait until September. Okay, so Rome wasn't built in a day. We're going to do this experience together as a parish so we can be enriched, so we can grow together in community, go deeper spiritually, and actively learn about this tool. And then in September, we're gonna turn outwards with it, okay? So I love the enthusiasm. Thank you. Let's just remember that this is an alpha taster. Speaking about our parish and parish life, I'd mentioned this last week, we're still in need of some more help for weekday Mass at the St. Peter's location, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, just to do wipe down in relation to COVID. So please, if you'd like to help with that, come to Mass and introduce yourself to Joe Beaton or one of the other hospitality folks who are helping to do cleanup after Mass. That would be an amazing help. Remember, so often in parishes, a lot of things are done by a small group of people, and that's definitely one of the things that we need to transform. Imagine if everyone did something. It would be game-changing for us. We are continuing to grow and get used to the different means of communication that have evolved since the COVID pandemic, and have now become a normal part of what we do. And one of the things that I've been into conversation with Brad about is, who's our communications director, is to begin to do a third video. Okay, so we have on Tuesdays, this video goes out on Tuesday, Coffee with Father James. And then on Thursdays, we get the e-newsletter that also has the homily from the previous week. So you can watch the whole Mass if you want. You go on our YouTube channel, or you can just watch the homily, which is separated out, usually on Mondays, available on the channel. And on Friday afternoons, we're going to send out another email. Don't worry, you're not going to start getting daily emails from us, but just a third one. And here's what we hope to do with this. This is going to be a video that's going to be related in some way to mission. And here's my dream for this, that we get to the point where we can actually even do interviews. We interview parishioners about their ministry and what they do and why they do it. Perhaps we have people share their spiritual story, or almost like a news report, something of interest. It might also be a video from, say, for instance, about Alpha, or a video about prayer, something that is related to the mission, the deeper mission that we have. So that'll be happening in the next couple of weeks, and so please keep your eyes open for that. That will come out on Friday afternoons. Finally, little update. Some families have been asking about sacraments for young people. Father Rob has been working with some families for baptisms, but specifically confirmation and First Communion. So we were in conversation with the Archbishop last week. The Archbishop really wants to do the confirmations himself, which is the norm, of course. Confirmation, the normal minister is the bishop, and so he wants to do that. We're going to have to wait for the diocese to give us direction on that. So please be patient if you're a confirmation candidate. The best thing is come and get involved. Start coming back to Mass if you haven't been able to take that step yet. And Brad actually is doing a night on Sunday nights with young people in our parish. So check that out as well. With regard to First Communion, there's no reason for us not to go ahead with First Communion. Now, what we can't do is have everyone show up at once because of the limitation in size. Here's our plan. Now, outside of Lent, so we've got a couple more weekends. Otherwise, we're going to have to wait till after Lent, because sacraments of initiation are not supposed to be celebrated during Lent. But there's no reason, including maybe the weekend before Lent, that at every Mass, we can't have two families. Think about it. So if you're watching and you're like, yeah, I'd love for my son to receive his First Communion before Lent, give us a call. We can have two families at every single Mass, and we can probably do that without stopping other people going to Mass, And you just let us know. We can arrange it. We can get the certificates ready, and we can celebrate it just two families at a time, until all the children who have been preparing can receive the First Holy Communion. Because if your child is ready, let's do it. Why are we waiting? Let's do it. We're not going to be able to have the big event as we had originally planned, but let's do it this way instead. So if you would like to get in touch with us about this, just drop a line to the parish office and we'll go from there. Other than that, I hope you're digging out of the snow, that the snow has all melted, and I hope that your coffee's still warm. So God bless you, and we'll see you next time. Take care.